How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Bewitching Sinners. And we were supposed to check out tomes and scrolls, so we're gonna do just that right now. I should have expected a bookshop. But okay, what's up with this guy on the right? Quick! Grab as many of the defaced books as you can! What? The books? A stack of books about world geography and politics, all half off. Some of the maps are doodled in red ink. Damn it! Huh? Nothing. Just leave those be, Your Highness. Right, what about this guy on the left? Dark runes, malice magic, and the first copy of the Witch of the North journals. Why would anyone steal such useless text? Excuse me, Knight. The Blood Knight glanced at you and scoffed. Shouldn't you head to the Emperor, Your Highness? He doesn't have time to humor your games. I'll do that soon. Is there any way to address me? I don't care what he thinks. Is there any way to address me, my dude? I am the Grand Duchess of Merlana. You are a mere Blood Knight. I demand to be treated with respect. Highness, Lord Alexei sold you off like cattle. I am giving you all the respect my liege has bestowed upon you. Now please, leave me be. Are all the knights this rude, Peter? Only those in Alexei's control. In their eyes, they are above your station, as Alexei deemed it so. But we'll teach them, soon enough. Right, what about the maid? A maid wearing one of your brooches curtsied, while holding onto a tall tower of books. Oh, afternoon, Grand Duchess. She smiles, but you can see her knees shaking as she struggles to stand straight again. I'm gonna help. That looks heavy here. Let me help. What? I can't possibly... Palmyr nudged your foot as he took all the books from your hands. Allow me. Thank you, Peter. So sorry for the trouble. It's nothing, Yvonne. What happened here? Oh, I'm just here to fill your library with new material. Apologies, we haven't been able to fill it sooner, my liege. Your engagement is a bit sudden, so we have been focused elsewhere. So you're not with the Blood Knights? No, I'm afraid I just came in at a bad time. Speaking of, I should be heading back. I wouldn't want to hinder their duties. Excuse me, my liege. The maid ran off, leaving a stack of books in Palmyr's arms. Palmyr leaned down and whispered into your ear. Peter told me that one's a bit scatterbrained. Might be useful later on. Noted. Just as Palmyr finished whispering, the maid headed back in with a flush on her face. I forgot the books! My apologies. The maid took back the books from Palmyr and started to rearrange them in her hands again. Right. I wonder if there's any secrets around here. I don't think so. Doesn't look like there's any secrets. Let's click on the guy who clearly has his sprite. Anything else stolen or damaged, Mr. Barry? Only my pride. Do my eyes deceive me? The Grand Duchess, here in my shop. Oh, fate has toyed with me once more to grace me with the Royal Highness's presence in my time of woe. Have you come to aid me in my time of need, Your Grace? I do appreciate the care for this mere bloodkin. The bookshop owners bowed deeply, so much so he bumped his head onto the countertop with a loud bang. A no doubt painful experience, yet he is clearly holding back his pain. I'm a klutz too. You may wince, but keep it brief. What a fool! You know what? I'm gonna play the part, okay? You may wince, but keep it brief. Thank you, my liege. Ow. Done? Yes, thank you again. And I do apologize for my shameful display. A bump is starting to show on the man's forehead. Perhaps I can offer Ollivander's potion as a tonic for that? Yes. Oh, that's quite the lump there. You must have hurt your forehead more than I thought. Here, I've just the thing to freshen you up. You handed the man the vial that Ollivander gave you. For me, Your Majesty. I shouldn't. Please, I insist. After all the things you've gone through, it'll be my pleasure to give you some relief. Thank you. The bookshop owner takes the vial and downs it in one go. If it tasted foul, the man made sure to not let it show on his face. Refreshing. Truly, your highness's generosity knows no bounds. And here I thought that I needed to give you a crash course on being a cunning bastard. Turns out you're quite the natural liar, aren't you, highness? I'm doing this for a good cause. I think. We have to save that man, werewolf? Point is, I'm doing this for him. Now let's hurry back to Ollie before he does anything to that poor puppy. Whatever you say, your highness. When you came back, you noticed that the collared man was gone. What did I do all that for? Where's the guy? Turns out the mutt already had an owner. They came and picked him up already. What? You mean I poisoned a man for nothing? Fed Barry my poison, did you? Good, good. I can't wait to haunt his dreams. You know, I wouldn't mind a helping hand, Lion. You were always so creative with your torture techniques. Oh no, I am not helping you ever again. I only did that for the man's sake, and it was all for nothing. Oh, cheer up, Lion. The mutt was, let's just say, a special breed. One that I'm sure you'll get to see more of soon enough. I'm sure he'll respect the kind act you attempted. Was it a kind act, though? Kindness is more subjective than you think, Lion. You did what you thought was right. Most of those acts will turn out wrong, but what can you do? Wow, such confidence. You should be a motivational speaker, Peter. I know. Now, are you satisfied, or do you need some more time to stomach the idea of meeting Alexei? We can squeeze in some more trips if you want. Yeah, let's head to the castle. That's the last thing I needed to check out. I think I've seen enough. Better to rip the band-aid off now than to keep stalling. Your wish is my command. Good luck, Lion. And don't worry, you are more of use to him alive. For now. Great, so reassuring. Ready, your highness? As ready as I'll ever be. You tightly held Palmir's right hand as he guided you towards the castle gates, your personal handmaidens and guards all following in tow. You're sure that you make quite a menacing sight, at least to those oblivious to your inner turmoil. What if the bloodwarts don't recognize me and I explode to bits? Or what if they do work for me but not Palmir, and then I'll get caught either way? Rulers do not shake in adversity, my liege. Get your shit together before the others smell your fear. The witch whispered, his hand tightening around yours, and you can feel a slight cooling sensation against your palm, accompanied by the scent of lavender. Perhaps a spell to calm your nerves and mask your paranoia. Right. I am the Grand Duchess of Marlona, ruler of the Northern Seas and second in line for the vampire's throne. Alexei may be king, but he's also family. My cousin. We're equals. I'm just as important as he is. Are you, though? Now face to face with the guards wearing Alexei's ruby red jewels instead of your turquoise green. You can't help but catch the overwhelming scent of unrestrained animosity. Even the Blood Countess at the door gave you a condescending smirk as she stopped you in your tracks, judging you with her bright crimson eyes. The Grand Duchess of Bologna. Do you swear that all in your entourage are loyal to the court, and from henceforth you will take responsibility for any of their future folly? I do. Then let your oath be sworn in blood. Palmir said a prick is all they need, but the Countess must have a personal vendetta against you as she sliced your entire palm. Ash and crimson blood tainted the white cobblestone floor, and then you felt it. A shift in the air as a touch of red rippled through the entire castle. You may enter. A moment of truth. You stepped inside the castle threshold with ease, letting go an exhale you didn't know you were keeping. Palmir, however, isn't as stoic. His grip around your hand tightened, and you could see a bead of sweat dripping off his brow despite the smile plastered on his face. Something's wrong. Little Thorn. It seems you'll forever be a pain in my backside. You're late. Alexei? Tardiness. This is precisely the kind of unmannerly behavior that earned you my late father's ire, dearest lion. That and a clear lack of competence to succeed even the simplest of goals. 26 days I have waited for news on the werewolf prince's whereabouts, almost an entire month of missed opportunities to prove your use to me. Have I not been kind, dearest cousin, gifting you with all the luxuries and resources you demand? All for naught. Silence! 26 days, 27 attendants now, following your lead. I suppose the least you can do is return the blood that is owed to me. Oh, fuck! Bones cracking, necks breaking as the servants bearing your crest and jewel all twist and contort into horrifying positions, all without emitting a single scream. The blood, at least, what little there may be, oozed out of their corpses freely. Alexei's knights and maids bowing as they casually mop up the mess and squeezing the juices into tiny vials. Meanwhile, you bite your lips as you try your best not to let out a single tear or scream. You can't even move your neck to retch away from the gruesome sight. Your entire entourage, fully massacred except for your dear friend, Palmier. Just when you thought it was over, your body was rapidly lifted into the air, your blood running hot as if you were boiled from the inside out. Palmier's comforting hand holding onto you for dear life as Alexei contorted your body into excruciating positions. Such loyalty. You're lucky to have such a fine companion, Lion. Him, on the other hand. The witch's body was slammed downwards, his head bashed into the carpet time and time again until he finally let go. Palmier groaned in pain as he struggled to stay on his feet. He warned you about this, how the Vampire King wields a newfound kind of magic due to the overconsumption of witch blood. Your body was slammed into the floor with such speed that you can barely yelp. You felt your kneecaps bust and then mend themselves in an instant. Pain rushed through your body, but fear held your tongue as you can't imagine what would become of you if you were still human. So, this is the magic he gained from consuming all that witch blood? The ability to command over blood, bending any living being to his wants and needs, a dictator's wet dream. Satisfied, Alexei came closer, tucking your hair behind your ear as he kissed your forehead with a gentleness so contrasting to his act of cruelty. Disappoint me again, and I'll serve your pretty little Peter on a platter. Understand? I slap him. You slapped him so hard it echoed across the room. You braced yourself, expecting fury and disdain. Hell, you wouldn't be surprised if he just throws you out the window for your insolence. But instead, the devil smiled. A beer overjoyed grin is plastered across his handsome face, now marred with your red handprint. It's giving you the creeps. Why? Why is he like this? I always admired your strength, even it was formed in necessity instead of choice. Got everything out of your system yet? Restrain. Good little pet. Fuck you! You should rest now, little Thorn. A big day awaits you after all. It's not often that we use our power to unify instead of conquer. I await to see who would earn your favor. I'm eager to learn how long shall I wait for your death. My death? Oh, my sweet, naive lion. Did you think I will settle for such a fickle thing as marriage? No. Only a true bond between the souls will do. Your life forever tied to theirs. Aren't I merciful? At least I had the courtesy to choose those with a long lifespan rather than a short one. Peter, escort my cousin to their quarters and make sure they are presentable for tomorrow's festivities. You of all people should know how to best enhance their beauty. Yes, my lord. Palmier wobbled to your side, and you immediately knew something was terribly wrong. The witch never has shown this kind of weakness before. Shh. No one here. You did great. Now, let's get the fuck out of here before the others try to bleed me dry. Palmyra led you to your private quarters. The witch barely made the last few steps, bursting through the door before collapsing headfirst onto the cold wooden floor. Palmyra? Red mixed with inky black splattered all over as the witch kept coughing his insides out. Palmyra? Palmyra! Fucking shit, asshole! Just scream his name for everyone to hear, why don't you? Are you trying to blow his cover? Shut up and get your shit together already! What? Lowell? Language. What? They aren't the actual Dutcham. Might as well cuss them out while I can. Lowell? Blood. Wait, blood? The wards are rejecting him, so he needs the blood of someone who is accepted by the wards to mask his trail, so to speak. Wait, that means my blood would work too, right? Yeah, I'm gonna give him my blood. This was your plan together. Only fair if you take accountability. You bit your wrist with your fangs, then shoved said bleeding wrist towards the witch's mouth. Palmyra glared at you for the intrusion, but inevitably left it all up. Yes! Oh, good boy! Good boy, Palmyra! His cough finally stopped as he turned around and laid back on the floor, a long sigh of relief escaping from his blood-stained mouth. You shouldn't have done that, Lion. I couldn't let you die! I'm not gonna die. Yet, at least. Alright, let's get you out of those clothes, Peter. You know, blood takes forever to wash off. The witch groaned in protest, but let the wolf strip him as he pleased. A part of you knows isn't polite to stare, but it's kind of hard not to with Palmyra's fascinating physique. A balance of perfection and flaws, as one side of him is immaculately pristine, while the other is akin to cracked porcelain, barely held together with golden veins. He reminds you of those kintsugi plates your mother loved so much, highlighting imperfections into a thing of beauty. How did you get those scars? Stupidity. A paradoxical, selfish act of selflessness. Won't happen again. That's quite vague. Because it's not a tale I wish to recall, dearest Lion. Not yet, at least. Now, forgive me. But I need to rest. Wait, on the floor? At least get on the bed. Well, he's asleep. Might as well let the bastard rest. Can't you, I don't know, put him on the couch at least? Is that an order? Yes? Right. The wolf single-handedly lifted Palmyra off the ground and plopped him onto the couch. There. What do you mean there? At least put his head on a pillow and cover him with a blanket or something. Should have known you'd be as demanding as the original. Despite his protest, the werewolf maid did as he was told, even fluffed up the pillows for him. I need to get myself a maid outfit. There. Happy? Could you lessen the attitude? Look, I just watched 26 people die. I don't need this negative energy right now. Well, too bad. It's this a rage, and trust me, you do not want to deal with my rage today. The damn witch's telepathy always puts me in a damn bad mood. I really shouldn't have made that pact with him. The wolf mumbled under his breath, a whisper that even you are amazed you're able to catch. A pact? He and I made a deal that he would help me become one of Alexei's maids so long as I pledged my servitude to him for 5 years. Basically, I have to do whatever this fucker says and keep him alive for 4 more years, or I will literally burst into flames. That means I have no choice but be involved in whatever mess you two are up to. Palmyra didn't tell you anything. Only bits and pieces. His magic is dulled thanks to the ward, so his telepathy was rather choppy, but I get the gist of it. Basically, I need to try and find your lover boy, use your blood to break the ward, support you two the best I can, yada yada. Anyway, anything you need supporting with, my liege? Retrieve my necklace, what the hell? Is it safe to talk so freely? In your room? Yes, privacy wards. Alexei can't hear anything in here, vice versa. You can't hear anything from his room either. Telepathy. Yeah, what? You never felt a tingle in your brain whenever that damn witch goes in and digs all your secrets out? No, I mean, I don't think so. Does he do that often? Oh yeah, it tucks me through his noggin more than with his actual mouth. He doesn't do that with me, though. Or so you think. You think he dug through my mind without my consent? Oh, I know he did. Question is, what did he find? Porn? Just leave me be. I just want some time alone. Seeing all those deaths was... First time? Well, I get it, but wallowing in misery ain't gonna bring those suckers back to life. My advice, don't coop yourself up in the room. Being alone is the last thing I want right now. Okay, I'm gonna ride Palmyr till he wakes up. Is that your way of saying that you'll keep me company? Psst. No. Palmyr told me to keep an eye on him if he needed to head out and explore. He thinks I should explore on my own. I mean, you are royal. Alexei may be in charge, but this is still your home. No one's gonna stop you if you stray too far, unlike with Palmyr and I. I guess it's true. Anything else I should know? Yeah, Alexei's in a pissy mood, so I wouldn't go to any of his rooms for now. You'll know from the paint. Your domains are all white. His are black. Fitting. Right? So, you wanna look around, or... I'm gonna stay... Oh, I wanna stay with Palmyr. I think I'll stay with Palmyr. He's got you right where he wants you, doesn't he? Well, I'ma head out and do my chores. Bath is all prepped, by the way. Just hop in whenever you feel like it. I get to see me naked? Ah, well, thanks. The wolf bowed at you and left the room. Just as he left, a piece of crumpled paper fell out of Palmyr's bundled up clothes. At the same time, the witch let out another bloody cough and emitted a painful groan. Tend to Palmyr. Afraid the witch might choke on his own blood, he hurriedly attended to the witch and tilted his head to the side. His blood is mostly running black than red. Is it because he's a witch, or is this because of the wolves? You sighed as you rested your head on the witch's hot stomach, waiting eagerly for him to wake. You spent a good 15 minutes waiting for Palmyr to wake up, but then realized 15 minutes without the internet is a long time. You then decided to head to the bathroom and take this time to take a long, relaxing bath. The water's just right, and Lowell even added flower petals and provided a variety of bath salts for you to use. Despite his potty mouth, he's actually more attentive than I thought. You added some potions and a mix of herbs and other things available to you. Once you were done, the entire tub was brimming with bubbles, almost engulfing you whole. And thank goodness, because you heard a familiar, nosy witch nearby. Mind if I join you? Palmyr! Palmyr is still basically naked, his underwear being the only thing keeping his modesty. The bubbles and murky water kept yours. Technically, you have bathed with the man before, back when there were only ponds and rivers to wash yourself with, but... Bath time is me time, should you rest? The undies stay on! No! These are not my choices! This undies stay off! This is a very hard decision. Shouldn't you rest? Can't sleep very well without my limbs tangled all over someone. Okay, too much information. You asked. Wait, is that why I saw all those maids and guards coming out of your tent at the crack of dawn? Palmyr simply smirked and sat on the edge of the bath, leaning over the array of shampoo bottles. What can I say? I'm quite a charmer. I saw 5 people coming out at the same time. How did you guys? Where there's a hole, there's a way. Oh, don't look so scandalized. At least I'm an honest harlot. Besides, we don't always get up to something. Sometimes it's just some innocent cuddling to warm those particularly cold nights, or exchanging massages to wash the tension away. I'm very skilled with my hands. Would you like a taste? Yes! Meaning? A scalp massage, as I wash your hair, of course. Alexei did say we need you looking your best. I guess, don't share my bathwater, though. You're allowed You're allowed feet, but besides that, stay dry. I could work with that. Palmier poured some shampoo into his palm and started to work on your hair. You felt a tingling sensation on your on my scalp! On my scalp, the tingling did not go any lower. I don't know what you were thinking, but I know what I was thinking, but yes, the tingling in my scalp as his literal magical hands ran through your hair. Oh, your magical hands! Are you using magic right now? Only a little bit. I'm testing out the limits of my powers in this wretched, over-decorated birdcage. I didn't think the wards would refuse me. I was hoping the plan would work without involving the mangy pup. Lowell does seem a bit unpredictable, but it's not like he's not trustworthy, right? Oh, the dog is as loyal as they come, but he is a bit reckless at times. Still, we'll take the allies we can get. Though with the wards rejecting me, I'm afraid my magic will be quite limited. I will also need to drink Lowell's blood every morning. Why? To ensure that the wards won't try to boil me from the inside out. Oh. Can't you just drink my blood like before? No. And just so we're clear, keep your blood to yourself, Lion. I appreciate the help, but blood is fickle for vamps. You see, exchanging blood can lead to soul bonding. That's my plan! It's for some reason you need my blood. I can't give it to you, as that would bond our souls together, instead of you and Ivar's. Oh, shit. Shit indeed, but what's done is done. Just keep those pearly whites away from me. Understand? No sucking your blood ever. Got it. Good. Speaking of blood, however, would you like to talk about what happened back in the throne room? We can also ignore it if you'd like. Tell me what you need, Highness. I like say, I still can't believe well, he did warn me, but he really is a monster, isn't he? All those innocent lives, gone. Tears threaten to spill from your eyes, seconds away from running down your cheeks like a damn marathon. Palmier must have noticed your change in mood as he closed the gap between you two. His broad chest becomes a sanctuary for you to weep in. You did good. I know it doesn't feel like it now, but trust me when I say, there's only one innocent vampire in this world, and he was not among them. If it's any consolation, each one of those leeches has taken a life. Perhaps this is just how karma enacts his brand of justice. Yeah, I know, but... Sorry, everything will be worth it once we rescue Ivar, right? Of course. There's no better proof of affection than setting the world ablaze to be with your one true love. Well, I don't know about that. Jeez, Palmier. You're an intense kind of lover, aren't you? No, you have no idea, Lion. Now, wipe those tears. We can't have a puffy-eyed nearly wed of war, can we? I am so not looking forward to tomorrow. You'll be perfect. I know you will. But seriously, cease your weeping. Turning a 6 into a 9 is already hard enough without a clogged nose and swollen red eyes. Psh, asshole! Sorry that we can't all be natural 10s like you are. Shame, isn't it? At least Lady Fate is fair. Don't let my looks fool you, Lion. I assure you, I'm much more rotten on the inside. Oh, don't I know it! Come now, Highness. We have work to do. You spend the next 6 hours or so getting body treatments, starting from gold leaf facials to a full body massage, followed by a diamond-encrusted manicure and pedicure. The last thing you remember before dozing off was Palmier delicately brushing your hair while you lay comfortably on his plush lap. Sweet dreams, my white, bleeding heart. Oh, you came for me, love. I don't know if I should be glad or terrified. Ivar! You tackled the tall man in front of you, The man didn't even flinch as he quickly engulfed your small frame with his in a tight embrace. He lifted you in his strong arms before gently sitting you on one of the chairs. His golden locks met your lap as he kissed your thigh in reverence. My petite peony, what madness struck you to answer the demon's call? This world does not deserve to be blessed by your presence. I couldn't let you die. Yes, you could have. Most my kindred are long gone. My death will be merely another addition to the tally. I would prefer that than having you risk your life when you could have formed anew. I also wouldn't have to see you indulging the touches of the juvenile brat my kindred call king. Wait, are you jealous of Palmyra? Seething. That's kind of hot. Possessive, but hot. I never was one to share, darling. And tomorrow, you'll be dancing away with suitors who are foolish enough to think you haven't been claimed. Ivar started to pepper your neck with kisses, tenderly tugging your skin in with his plush lips. How I wish to put those insufferable fools back in their place. You could, if you tell me where you are. Where are you, love? Where did they take your body? I'd tell you if I could, dearest, but I truly don't know. All I can feel is the cold numbing my senses. Cold and pain. Oh my god, what the fuck? Cracks start to form all over the left side of Ivar's body, his hand crumbling as he failed to grasp at his remains. Ivar! Ivar! Home. I want to go home. It hurts. It hurts. A striker. Whoa! Wait! A striking young man, perhaps age. No! I didn't see! This is what I get for not reading! Wait! Why did Miss Zero kick him up? Why? 15 to 17 loomed over you on the bed. His striking gold eyes reminded you of Ivar, but there is an innocence that is absent in your beloved. Is he a relative or something? A detail you should shelve for now, as the main question remains. Why is a teenage... Don't tempt me with cake and tell me that he's a teenager! No! Hell no! A detail you should shelve for now, as the main question remains. Why is this teenage boy in your bed? Please. Oh, it's Ivar! Oh! That does not make it any better. That does not. No, I am not one of those people like, oh yeah, he's thousands of years old, like it's fine. No! Don't! Please. It hurts. I want to go home. Home? Where's home? Where did you come from? I can't take this anymore. The sobbing teen ran towards the door. To your surprise, the boy didn't even need to touch the handles. He simply passed through them like it was made out of thin air. Oh, I'm so glad it was a phantom and not actually. I do not want to deal with any dream allegations right now. No. Is he a ghost? But Palmyra didn't mention anything about specters. You look to the king of witches for guidance, yet he remains unmoving, blissfully unbothered in his deep slumber. Palmyra! Wake up! Wake up! Damn it! Despite your attempts, the witch does not wake. Afraid to lose track of the being resembling your beloved, you decided to go against your better judgment and follow the traces of the weeping teen. Come on, don't be afraid now, Lion. You're here for a fun time, not a long one. You follow the unknown being to a spacious hallway with a notable statue on the staircase. You could hear a muffled cry coming from behind it. Is there a hidden pathway inside? What are you doing here? Oh! Oscar! Wait, what are you doing here? Snooping? I thought we agreed to look around in shifts, Lion. Tonight is my turn. Again with this plan. I'm sorry, but can you run me down on what's the plan again? Be honest, I don't remember anything about it. So, maybe we could do a quick 5-minute rundown, or... You... I don't know why I even bother. This is so typical of you. 2 months, we've talked about this, and you still... Is this a joke to you? My people are dying, Lion! The so-called life route Alexei has discovered, it's nothing but a plague of death for the people on our border. The drought it has caused, I'm sure even you wouldn't survive such a thirst. Whatever plant bore such vile fruits is the root of all evil. You vowed to help me find it and eradicate it for good. Did you change your mind? No, I didn't. It's just that, well, I've been a little confused as of late. Let's just say things didn't go so well on my journey back here. My memories, they're a bit foggy. Oscar's rage quickly turned into worry as he leaned close, brushing your cheek and whispering right into your ear. Has Alexei done something to you? Do you think he's onto us? No, at least I don't think so. That's not exactly a comforting reassurance, is it? You and thinking don't exactly go hand in hand. Try not to strain yourself. Hey! Sorry, I'm scared. You are my best friend, but blood is thicker than water. I can't even blame you if you chose to stray. Hey, blood may be thicker, but water runs deeper, Oscar. I don't understand a word you're saying, but I'll help you. At least while you're more trustworthy than Alexei is. Deeper it is indeed. Still, you haven't answered my question, Lion. Why are you sneaking around down here? I saw a young boy. I woke up and this blonde boy was looming over me. I followed him here and... That boy led you to a blank wall? No, I think he's concealed somehow. The blood wards must be hiding a pathway or something. Blood wards? Maybe this is where Alexei's hiding the damn tree. The raven stag's head brushed against the statue and surrounding walls. His eyes and limbs turning black as inky black tendrils spread out and examined the surrounding area. No changes though. Both the wall and statue remain as unassuming as they can be. I don't sense anything out of the ordinary. I know what I saw. You have to believe me. I do, but whatever you found, it certainly doesn't want to be found anymore. We'll keep at it tomorrow, after the ridiculous introduction ceremony is over. For now, we should head back to our rooms. It's nearly dawn. The servants will be making their runs. And you know how loose their tongues can be. Right. I'll hurry back then. Be careful not to be seen. Oh, and Lion? Huh? Thank you again for helping me. Truly. The raven stacks of Havam Siamese are forever in your debt. You would do the same for me. In a heartbeat. You snuck back to your room and tried to get a good night's rest before dawn. Why do I have a feeling despite the original, I don't know, despite the original Misha's, introduction, he's actually a lot kinda than the other vampires in this particular visual novel. I just have a really weird feeling about it. Like, it's weird how Oscar has this whole thing with Misha. Okay, Misha's the name of the original MC, by the way. And considering their exchanges, I just have a strange feeling that, yeah, he's actually a lot more caring than Alexius, at the very least. You snuck back to your room and tried to get a good night's rest before dawn. What? Oh, wait, is there gonna be a day-night system? Wakey, wakey. It's almost noon already. Gah! A strong grip grabbed you by the ankles first onto the floor. Your werewolf mate flashed his fangs at you as he looked down on you with a bright red strawberry in his hands. Always wanted to do that. Quite the heavy sleeper, aren't you, Your Highness? I'd say I was 1 second away from shoving this down your throat just to get a reaction out of you. Those are weird. The wolf's referring to the glowing strawberry in his hand. Despite looking like a normal strawberry, you can hear a pulse-like noise emitting from it. Let me guess, it's filled with blood. The sound that beats harder than Palmyre's and Lowell's pulses combined. What is that? What you mean? It's a live fruit, duh. Wait, is this the fruit that Oscar mentioned last night? And what exactly is live fruit? An abomination that keeps the leech's thirst at bay. Palmyre took the fruit from Lowell's hand and ripped it into two. Inside is nothing but pure fresh blood. Your mouth watered at the sight. Its scent overwhelmed you with an intense hunger that you've never felt before. Gimme! You swipe the fruit from the witch's hand, quickly slurping it all down. Manners be damned as your mouth becomes a wet red mess. Did I also mention that it's made from your beloved Ivar's blood? What the fuck? Huh? That, my friend, is what poor Ivar has become. You see, Ivar went into a coma. One that I may or may have not caused. But regardless, the leeches took advantage of his incapacitated state and used his body to create that. An endless supply of blood made from his very flesh. Pure-blood witches are immortal, you see. Only a clean slice of the neck will kill us. Other wounds we can sustain, no matter how painful they might be. I ate my soulmate? Why did you say something beforehand? The witch shrugged. At least, I like seeing how people react. Besides, you need the blood. Rabbits and the like aren't easy to find in these parts. It's either feeding from this or from an innocent line. I'd rather starve. I'm afraid starving yourself does very little besides torturing yourself, Highness. Wait, is this supposed to be you being angry? Where did you find this wuss, Palmy? What's the big deal anyway? Every other vamp's eating out your man. Might as well get in there and dig in. He's right. Like I said, this won't kill him. Whatever Alexei did, Ivar's now stuck endlessly spouting these fruits from his body. He was originally called the Witch of Bounty, so I suppose creating life out of nothing is easy for him. But the blood. Let's just say the use of our blood never really ends well for either party. Wait, this explains what I saw last night. I think I saw a younger version of Ivar crying for help. Huh? You sure you're not dreaming or hallucinating, maybe? No, I followed him to the guest wing, and that was a statue covered in roses, but then Oscar found me, and well, the Ravenstack Prince? What's he out and about at that hour for? About that, I think Oscar wants to destroy Ivar, or at least the fruit-bearing part of him. He says these live fruits are causing a drought in his homeland. It seems that I promised to help him with it. Hence why he's a suitor. He just wants to find Ivar like us. Ah, yes. The Havam Siamese border area has been known to be struggling these days. Rain hasn't fallen there in almost 2 years. He thinks Ivar is the cause. Is he? I don't know. We'd have to find him and find out. Either way, Ivar must have sensed his soulmate nearby and is reaching out to you. If you ever hear or see him again, follow. No matter in what form he might be. Yeah, that's a nice solid plan and all, but before that, they gotta survive the Vamp King's violent mood swings. Shouldn't we start dolling this one up? Alexei ain't gonna be happy if they are late. We got like 1 hour before the suitor introduction ceremony, you know? Wait, an hour? Don't worry, Your Highness. Despite my teasings, you've always been a work of art. We only need to find the perfect frame. Speak for yourself, this kid's a hot me. Palmier grabbed a bunch of outfits from your closet and dumped it all onto the rude maid, burying him under a mountain of clothes. Can't breathe. Now, which color do you like best? You know, I'm pretty sure they made Lowell specifically to mess with us. You look divine. The witch compliments no doubt an attempt to subdue your nerves before you make an utter fool of yourself. His deft hand tucked any loose hairs around your face while waiting for one of the Blood Knights to announce you into the room. Behind large gilded doors, you can hear a jumbled mess of laughter and chatter. Apparently, festivities like these are rare for Vortek. People came far and wide just to be part of history, the first of your many upcoming marriage ceremonies. If only you knew who's the lucky groom. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Relax. You'll be fine. What if I say something stupid and humiliate myself? Or worse? Then talk through your body instead of your mouth. You're a natural beauty, Lion. Perhaps not as sharp or deadly as the tasteless average Fortesian prefers, but ethereal nonetheless. Use it. Besides, Alexei will do most of the talking, as he usually does. All you have to do is charm the 3 princes and take your pick. 3? The wolves really showed up? Oh yes, even I was taken aback by who they presented. He cleaned up to be quite the looker. Nothing like the beastly form I'm more familiar with. Wait, you know the guy? So do you, Lion. Huh? We're ready for you, my liege. Without wasting another second, the Blood Knights wearing Alexei's red jewels started to open the doors. Let me guess. The werewolf who I'm supposed to be courting is the werewolf we saved. Right? Well, not really saved, but you know. A blinding light immediately blurred your vision. You tried to calm yourself and act accordingly, but the dread rose like bile in your throat. What? Wait, Calm, Highness. You're the belle of the ball, the crown jewel these peasants have the honor of stealing a glance upon. Act like it. Palmier held your hand and pulled you into the room. All eyes were on you. Mostly those with a deadly shade of brilliant ruby red. Presenting their Highness, Lion, Grand Duchess of Molana. You held your head high as Palmier escorted you towards Alexei's side. You tried not to let your eyes stray as you made it past the leers and jeers of the crowd, the eyes shining not in reverence but in mockery. Fangs, sharp and pridefully in display, ready to tear your throat into 2 if need be. This feels more like a walk to my execution than to my marriage. Then again, you suppose it is one, at least to the eyes of your kind. Little Thorn, your buds are flourishing today. I'm sorry to disappoint you, dearest cousin. Did you hope Peter would have done a poor job? Why, of course. Nothing like some fresh blood and entrails to liven up a party. But I suppose we'll have to settle for more modest forms of refreshment tonight. The maid next to Alexei's throne opens a tray of your beloved's fruit, the same fruits of life you feasted on earlier this morning. The vampire lord grabbed a particularly plump fruit and leaned back as he took a bite, his hand motioning at the crowd to continue whatever festivities awaited. Go on then, meet your reapers. Oh, there's a feet-obsessed mermaid! A handsome man with luscious red locks practically jumped out of the crowd and hurriedly bowed before you. His modest entourage bowing in tandem. You notice that his envoy is fewer than the other princes, all of them carrying small buckets of water in their hands. Sensing your confusion, your witch friend whispered some guidance into your ear. Mermaid feet only last 2 to 3 hours on land. If you're too invested in your dance with him, you might get doused with buckets of seawater. Keep the dance sweet and short. Got it. Till Silverpole, youngest spawn of King Murrow and ruler of the Theodian Sea. Your beauty is even more stunning up close, my liege. Truly our eggs will be blessed to have both the blessings of the blood and the seas. Eggs? Mermaids. I do wonder who will carry those eggs to Me! I volunteer as tribute! I hear it is quite an excruciating process. The immortal emperor mumbled before waving the mermaid prince off for another suitor to introduce themselves. Wait! I am not done! I haven't even measured your feet! Alexei's Blood Knight struggled to pull the eager foot connoisseur away, but Alexei must have used his powers to finally force the man to move aside. Another suitor took his place, one that you're quite familiar with by now. Lord Oscar Aspenray, guardian of Havam's Sienese, firstborn of Lord Hannibal and devourer of Castri. You look as lovely as ever, my liege. The Ravenstar took a deep bow before hurriedly taking his place beside the mermaid prince, who's still squirming around trying to defy the hold Alexei has on his blood. And then there's the usurper. Alexei says as he leaned forward to the edge of his throne, eyes glowing bright red as his sharp fangs descended to full display. Takes one to know one, my lord. I won't accept judgment from a tyrant who stole the throne by slaughtering their own sire. The hobo from Ollie's store? Hello, Angel. Angel, is there something you forgot to tell me, little thorn? Your thumbs bent in odd angles, making loud crunching sounds as they do so on your cousin's whim. Alexei doesn't even grant you the comfort of a scream, your lips unmoving no matter how hard you will them to open. The pain soothed rather quickly, however, as you can feel Palmia's subtle magic coursing through you, numbing the pain. So eager to slaughter another one of your own kin? Go ahead and try! After all, there are few things I like more than a good fight. Afraid your knights weren't much of a challenge, but I reckon you and that fancy blood magic of yours might just be worthy breaking a sweat or two. So you were the cause of those strings of bodies in the forest. Surprised? My pack has more bite than bark compared to those pups in Chichia. Kopje hasn't fallen in centuries, and it never will. And yet, you're the one who's groveling for peace, a mere dog who presents their bellies in submission for a good rub. No offense, young emperor. You're the one who looks like they need a good rubbing to me. Hey, yo! Can't find anyone willing to put up with that ego of yours. The whole room went into a silent hush. Hisses can be heard as Alexei's knights are ready to pounce. The werewolves soon follow their leader's hostility. Howls and growls can be heard as some of Conry's entourage have already partially shifted forms. So, I did make the right decision in trying to save him. Cool. You dare. Swirls of black shadows mixed with specks of gold surrounded Alexei as you can see his rising bloodlust. Actually, I do. The handsome wolf took out a long, pristine white bird feather from his pocket. One that looked similar to the one that Pigeon dropped yesterday. I see. Your thumbs twist back in place as you can see Alexei's expression changing from rage to disbelief. It seems we're in need of a private conversation. Alpha Conry Hrolf. And yes, a conversation has been long overdue between us, young emperor. The Wolf King's sharp slit eyes dilate the moment they made eye contact with you, much like a cat's. But first, a dance from their highness, the crown jewel of your empire. Oh, 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 oh. I take his hand. I thought you'd never ask. This party has been a bit boring, hasn't it? Music, please! Feeling bold, you decided to take matters into your own hands and practically glided onto the dance floor. For a brief moment, you danced in utter silence, with Palmyra eventually singing an aria to fill the void. It was horribly off-key and not something you would dance in a waltz to, but you made do until Alexei's servant finally gave in and started playing. Perhaps just to spare themselves from the witch's tone-deaf singing. You have quite a loyal attendant. I prefer to call him a friend. Yes, you should. You're not like other vampires, are you? Wow, do you say that to all the vamps you meet? You're the first. He's so tall. He's so tall and so wide and so... feet obsessed mermaid? Or... I do love me a good warrior. Like... The longer you danced, the more emboldened your furry suitor became. Oh yeah, I forgot that he's packing a massive knot down there. No! Why does everyone want to sniff me? First my feet, now just me? The werewolf shamelessly sniffed the top of your head, a somewhat embarrassing gesture as you have no clue how bad you smelled over there. The scent. Do I smell? Yes, I mean, no. Well, not in a bad way. Sorry, I forgot sniffing isn't a common greeting here. Rest assured, you've got quite a delectable scent around you. Soothing and yet enticing at the same time. Conry leaned in for another sniff, his eyes closing as he seemed lost in thought. Oh, Lunar, that scent. Could you possibly be? Okay, my turn. Without warning, the bold Conry was easily shoved aside, replaced by a much smaller frame. The werewolf leader was hurriedly led towards Alexei's side as the mermaid started to lift you to the air. Whoa! I have been looking forward to this dance, Lion. I can call you Lion, right? Right? Sure? Can you put me down? Whoa! The mermaid dipped you without warning. You can't help but tightly grip at the eager prince's shoulder. Your head inches away from hitting the floor. I can't believe I'm finally here in the hallowed halls of Castle Kyneton, rubbing elbows with the deadliest vampires there is. Oh, joyous days to be here. Here where crime thrives, here where praise run, here where they murder for fun. Endless killing sprees slaughtering with glee, eager I am to be part of that country. Oh God, he speaks in musicals! I sing back. And we're happy to have you. You tried to sing, but it was completely out of sync. The mermaid squinted at you for a moment, but seemed happy nonetheless at your attempt. Oh, we'll work on it. I'm afraid singing has never been the Highness's strong point. Oscar cuts in between you and the mermaid prince, his hand gripping possessively to your right shoulder, of the left shoulder. I believe it's my turn, Sir Till. Oh, already? If you're still eager for another dance, Peter there seems more than happy to oblige. Yes, go ahead and sniff his feet. I mean, go ahead. I know you want to. I know you want his feet. You glanced at your witch friend, who seemed to be having a hard time rejecting the other guest, crowding him for a dance. High noblemen and knights alike seemed to swarm Palmyra with a feral glint in their eyes. The mermaid prince doesn't seem immune to his charms either. Oh my, such beautiful meaty thighs! Oh my god, even disguised Palmier just can't help but show off his thick, beautiful, meaty thighs. Oh, excuse me, Highness. Wow, he moves on fast, doesn't he? To be fair, Peter is oddly alluring tonight. He must be spreading his fairy dust or something. Whatever he's doing, it certainly helps with averting the people's attention from us. Come on, we should sneak out while we can. What? You hurried to the guest wing, evading any roaming knights patrolling the area. The moment you descended the staircase, you heard it. It hurts. Please. Cor. I'll. Seth. Anyone help! A younger version of Ivar sobs in front of you. The young teen's weeping pulled on your heartstrings. Hey, it's okay. I'm not going to hurt you. Who are you talking to? You mean you can't see him? The Dark Prince shrugged as Ivar made a bolt for it. You immediately gave chase, Oscar sticking close to your side. You once again stood in front of the rose-covered statue, just like the night before. You approached it as fast as your legs could take you. Lion, wait! You'll hit the wall! Just before you crashed, the statue shifted downwards and opened up a way. You ran faster and passed through. Lion! You heard a loud bump, and you noticed that Oscar didn't pass through. The hole you passed quickly disappearing into nothing but an empty wall. Shit! Well, when a door closes, there's always a window you can jump out of. You'll worry about escaping later. Ivar? Ivar, are you here? Do not come any closer. A deeper voice responded, a voice you recognize as your Ivar. You followed the sound, trudging further into the overgrown hallway. This section of the castle is completely abandoned. You almost missed the knights and maids loitering about. Rooms upon rooms you roamed, yet there's still no trace of your beloved, or a way out. There's a moment of panic as you realize you might be lost forever in this forsaken garden, but then you see it. What the fuck? The body of your beloved Ivar, resting on a plush bed, surrounded by lush strawberries and roses growing out of his chest. His chest moved so shallowly that you could barely catch it. Ivar! He ran towards the sleeping figure, immediately shaking the man awake, but to no avail. Are you here to hurt us again? Your heart seized at the question, and even more so when you saw who asked you such a thing. Before you stood two versions of your beloved, one clearly younger than the other. One is the Ivar you know, the one you proudly call your other half. The other is in his early teens, the one that led you here and disturbed your sleep last night. His build might be mature, but his face shows his youth, perhaps only 16 at most. Ivar? Who are you? What are you going to do to us? Haven't you done enough? Step away from my flesh, leech. Further tampering will only lead your nation to ruin. What? No, Ivar, it's me. It's your soulmate, Lion. Don't you remember me? The two Ivars looked at each other, concerned. Did we gain a soulmate when we come of age? Did Priya? Priya died on her 17th birthday, and this is no wife or lover of mine. Mother did say we didn't have the comfort of a soulmate. Our kind is too tainted for that. She's right. This leech is lying, clearly only here to play with us like the Raven One. Raven One? Does he mean Alexei? Ivar, don't you remember me? How you came to my dreams every night after my 18th birthday. We spent each night talking with each other, dancing, hugging, kissing. You had my name as your soul mark. Your Ivar rolled up his sleeves and revealed nothing but white, unblemished skin. I have lived for centuries, sired countless sons and daughters with women whom I married and love with all of my heart. But there is no soul that will reach Inferno nor Elysium after my death. Such is the fate of my kind. An all-powerful, yet lonely, and empty life. No, that's impossible, Palmyr! Palmyr will know what to do. Is there any way you can call on him? Palmyr? Palmyr Baker? Yeah, the Witch King? Your friend? For a moment, the witch's lips twitched into a familiar, amused smirk, and then it was quickly followed by a deep, exasperated sigh. Like father, like son. Just how many calamities must my nephew cause in his attempt to mend the unmendable? I only know one Palmyr Baker, and there are many names befitting of him, but King is not one of them. Bastard of the Witch of Change, Godslayer, or the bewitching sinner who freed his former kin from our tyranny. Choose your pick. Insolent Fool is the moniker I prefer. I'm sorry? Was he the one who took you here, stranger? Did he make you believe that I was your destined one and only? You're Ivar. Is it even right to still call him yours? The Witch of Beauty shook his head as the other version of him simply eyed you with pity. I'm afraid he played you for his own gain, child. You're just another victim of the one aptly named the Witch of Deceit. What? No. Palmyr's my friend. He... Oh, my naive highness. A familiar voice rings your ears. Oh, God damn it, not again! A presence you somehow didn't notice when you started to walk away from the apparitions before you. All you can focus on is the loud beating of your hammering heart, followed by the familiar and once comforting touch of long fingers belonging to your first ever friend. Every single time! My lovely Lion, couldn't you have drowned in your delusions for just a while longer? So that was Bewitching Sinner's Royal Blood. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys do want to play this for yourselves, link to the game will be in the description below. We will be back once the full game has been released. And you know that I will be back for more. And twice now, Miss Zero has left us on a massive cliffhanger. So what exactly is twist this time? What exactly is the twist this time? Like, clearly, we are not Ivar's soulmate. So where are things gonna go from here? Can we still romance Ivar? Or is Ivar just one of those characters that are just so far beyond our reach? Because I know that there are some devs out there who just love making an absolute heartthrob of a character be completely unattainable to the character. And you know what? I respect you for that. But also screw you. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all have a lovely rest of the day. And as always, I'll be seeing you in the next video. This is Lion, signing off. Ciao.